welcome back to Haunt the Collector with me, Jace. And yeah, I got the idea for this video because the other day I was looking at some of the upcoming Promon Studio Lord of the Rings pieces, but I stopped to really have a good look at the images, and I realised that I've not really fully appreciated how good some of these pieces are. And so I ended up going looking at some of the other ones and look at the images, and I thought, it's worth having a chat about, that is. And because there's one or two things I noticed which I thought I'd share with you all, so shall we do that? Here we go. Now, I'm going to start off with Legolas, and I'm starting with Legolas because he's the only one that currently has an edition size, and it's got an edition size of 650. Now, Legolas is priced at 750 quid. And I think that's a pretty fair price. Now, this was the one piece that I felt I'd really overlooked and not given it anywhere near the appreciation it deserves. And part of that reason might be down to the fact that obviously we've got the Infinity Studios half-scale Legolas, which, you know, a lot of people think it is vastly superior to this piece. They're certainly superior, but I don't think they're vastly superior. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I think that. Now, the two Infinity Studio pieces, which are obviously, if you don't know, are half scales. Now you've got the hand punch silicon head version, which is about 2,400 quid if I'm remembering rightly, and then you've got the hand sculpted version, which is about just over £1,400, I think it is. So the half scale mixed media. Now, like I said, Legolas comes in at 750 quid, so he's about half the price of the head sculpted one, but that's mixed media as well, so it's half the price and it's half the size, so fair pricing all round. But I was looking at the images of the Legolas piece, and I was really taken aback how I hadn't really taken the time to appreciate how good this piece is. Now, I was looking at the quiver, the bow quiver on his back, and he's got his fighting daggers, and I went and looked at the images of the Infinity Studios one. And I thought, you know what, the Prime 1 one is just as good. I thought it's just as good. They've got all the detail there, the shaft of the arrows and the feathers on the end and the detail that they've painted in on there. And actually on the quiver itself, the colours all look bang on, the design, same as the fighting daggers, everything looks pretty damn bang on. You know, exceptionally good detail and eye for detail on this piece. And as I was looking around it, I looked at the dead Uruk-hai on the base, and then I noticed as well that the actual base, I mean, the Uruk-hai himself is good, but the base itself, it was stone effect to represent Helm's Deep. But you've also got like all the Rohirrim design, you know, that Celtic-esque design, which looked absolutely superb, and I hadn't really taken the time to notice the finer details of this. And I firmly believe that this Legolas piece is going to be a little gem in the line that maybe a lot of people have missed, myself included. And I'm now really excited to get this piece, and I think I kind of feel that he'll be the next one to be released. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to getting to it. Unfortunately, the extra, I think, is naff. The 3 arrows, I don't like it. I've said this before in previous videos. I don't like the 3 arrows. To me, again, I can't get past the fact that it reminds me of the cover for the Men in Tights film. And I was corrected because I said he doesn't even do this in the film. No, he doesn't do it in the 2 Towers. Doesn't do it at all in the 2 Towers. Doesn't do 2 or 3. He does 2 arrows on the head of the cave troll in Fellowship, and he does actually do 3 arrows on the head of the Mummerkill in Return of the King. However, regardless of that, I think it's a bloody awful extra, and I've got no interest in that at all. But the statue itself, I can't wait to get it. I've got it on pre-order because I think this is going to be a little gem. I really do. And also, before I forget, I saw some film footage. Somebody sent it to me a few weeks ago, and they whoever was doing the film footage actually went around the Legolas statue, and when they went around the front of it, it looks like they've corrected the eyes. The eyes, to me, look like they were following the shaft of the arrow, which is brilliant, because on all the other images, he's looking down, which just didn't work. So yeah, that's the first one, Legolas. I think it's going to be a little gem. Now, the next one is the Frodo and Gollum piece, which I think looked exceptional anyway. But I was looking at it with more of a artistic eye, shall we say, a more appreciative artistic eye. And it just sort of jumped out at me just how good the concept of this piece is. Now, there's any number of designs they could have gone for with Frodo. Any number of instances, any number of settings, scenario. But I think this one that they've chosen is inspired. I really do. And I'll tell you why. Because I looked at it and it just... You've really got that good and evil. You know, it's done so cleverly, and so whoever came up with the concept of this, I think they deserve a serious round of applause, because you've got Frodo who represents good, and he's there to fight, and he's alone and scared, and he's bravely stepping forward with the light of a loom, which is casting him in light, because this is LED lit, don't forget. And then just behind him on a rock, so he's at the same head height, in darkness, and when you've got that lit up somewhere, it'll be like that as well. You've got the evil, the anger and the hate and the revenge encapsulated in Gollum, and he's there looking at him in that evil way. I think this, from this promo pitch, from the image of this promo piece, the best sculpted Gollum I have ever seen. It is exemplary. I think Frodo is superb. Yeah, the likeness for Elijah, I think, is 90% there from what I've seen on these images. I'm not going all down that road. I'll do that when it gets here, because I've got this on pre-order as well. You know, but you know, you've got the one ring around his neck. He's holding Sting, the light of a loom. The one ring round the base. Fantastic extra in this one that they're giving us a one ring on a chain, 1/1 scale. I love stuff like that. Keep that up, Prime One. Will you give us an extra? Giving us stuff like that, because it's nice and it's different, and it's something that it's not like extra arms and heads that end up being shoved in a drawer or left in the box or just not you. Something like that, you can hang it on a nail and display it behind, or do what you want. You can wear the bloody thing if you want. You know, it's such a great idea. Like that, the 1/1 scale finger of Sauron down there. Such a good idea, and I'm a huge fan of doing that. I think this could prove to be one of the best Frodo pieces that's out there. You know, well, put it this way, I think the other companies have got to go some to top this for concept, and if Prime One pull these pieces off, they look as good as what this promotional piece looks. Wow, what a piece, what a piece. Okay, next one. This is a piece I've championed since the first day I saw it, because I think it's just superb. I think it's fantastic, and it's the Uruk-hai Berserker. And this piece comes in at just shy of 700 quid. I think it's about £690. Again, I've got this on pre-order. No edition size as yet. And yeah, there was a lot of conversation I saw about people at the time. Again, people were sort of bitching about, oh, they've copied the 98 metal one. It's Berserker Orc. It's Berserker. How long were they in the film? Think. How long? How many poses could they realistically go for? So I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in is this looks superb. Superb sculpt, detail. I love the pose that he's in, this defiant pose. You know, he's riddled with arrows and still defiant, that unbridled rage that just represents. I'm been really sort of quite articulate here, aren't I, and expressive. I don't know what's wrong with me. I must be tired. You know, and I just think it just works so well. I just think it works so well, and I love the white. The flag behind the banner. Sorry, with the white hand of Saruman on it. I think that looks great. I love the base. Again, small critique for me is that they've gone once again for the Barad-dûr base on him. He's an Uruk-hai. He's not from Barad-dûr. He's from Orthanc. So again, you see, had they gone for an Orthanc themed base with Lurtz, this piece would have coupled up nicely with it, because again, they're from the same place. I think Prime One missed a trick there. I know why they've done it. They've done it so they all have a similar base to Sauron, but you know, it's a minor critique. Now, I've gone for the regular on this. And I think, I can't remember exactly, but if you go for the DX, I think the DX is about £140 more. So it's quite a bit more, quite a gap for the DX. Now, I've not gone for the DX because, first of all, I can't stand that unhelmeted sculpt. It looks awful. I don't know what it is, a Berserker Orc without his hair and all that. It just looks terrible. It just looks terrible. To me, I'm just not a fan. If any of you are getting this and you like that, then fair play to you. Let me know if you do, by the way, because I've not seen anyone say they like it. And because I don't want the severed head, and I'll get why, the other extra is the left arm holding the sword, which obviously works if you're going to go for the severed head, because he's holding the severed head in his right arm. Now, I'll be very interested for any of you who get this piece, because maybe you can tell me. Now, the reason why, I mean, I wouldn't have gone for it anyway, but my concerns with the severed head were, if you look, when I looked at the photographs of it, and I don't know if it's because you swap the hand out, so the arm's set at a position, or if the arm changes, but the arm has to be set at a position because maybe of how it slots in and because of the muscle structure and everything else. I'm assuming you just change the hand on this. I've not had a proper look, to be honest. But it looked to me when he was holding the head, because his arm's up here, he's not sort of holding it out like Keir Warbringer statue did, if any of you saw that piece. It looks like the hair bends. It looks like it bends out slightly. They've had to bend the hair out, not have it hanging perfectly straight down like it would with gravity. It looks to me like there's an obvious bend there, because obviously they've got to fit it in the head in this gap here. And if the hair was to hang straight, then the rounded head would come into the arm, which they couldn't do. Now, I might be wrong. It might just be how it looks on the photo. But it put me off, so I didn't even, so the left arm was irrelevant to me. I didn't want the unhelmeted portrait, and I just felt that the head looked wrong, that the severed head looked wrong to me, but I wouldn't have gone for it anyway. So any of you that do get this piece, you'll have to let me know on that. Is it actually okay? Does it look right? Because on the photographs, to me, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I might be wrong. So yeah, that's the Berserker Uruk. So next in line is, okay. Yeah, this is a bad one. It's not a bad one. It's the Nazgul. I think these are about 750 quid for this piece. So, because you've got like the Witch King, and then you've got 3 half Nazguls, so you could sort of say 750 quid's a pretty decent price. But I think the £750 for Legolas is better spent, because there's a lot more base and detail in Legolas, a lot more in colour, and I can see what they've tried to do, probably what I've tried to do with this Nazgul piece, but unfortunately for me, it hasn't worked at all. I do have this on pre-order, but I'll be honest with you guys, I can't see I'm going to get it. I just can't see I'm going to be willing to give up display room to it. I suppose the Barad-dûr base works on this one because they are from there, but I just don't like it, and I don't know why I pre-ordered it. I did even when they revealed it on the Showcase 2, I think it was on. I actually thought, I was so excited when I saw the dagger, which incidentally the extra on this is you can have the dagger that the Witch King uses on Weathertop to stab Frodo. That nice little extra, nothing to get excited about. It's very basic, but it's a very basic statue. It's predominantly all one colour. I mean, it has to be. I mean, there's not a lot they can do. I'm not going to shoot them down for that. But no, I just don't like it, and stupidly I pre-ordered it. It was just like a natural reaction of me just to pre-order everything in Lord of the Rings. But in all fairness, at the time I was sort of like thinking, well, I've got to have a Nazgul, but I can't not have the Nazgul. And then, of course, Escape from the Road came up, and I've got the Infinity 1/1 scale Nazgul bust on order now, which I think is vastly better. So I'm not a fan of this Nazgul piece, although I must say, when I saw it in the Next Level Showcase 4 set up next to the Witch King, when they were showing the Witch King off, I thought, oh, actually, it looked quite nice set next to it. It does look a lot better set up next to him. But I'm not going to set him up next to him. The Witch King's going to have his private place somewhere. So yeah, I can appreciate what Prime 1 have tried to. I mean, for me, you can take them 3 half Nazguls off the base. Why don't you just do 2 full ones on the base? I think a lot of people would have preferred that than having these 3 half ones and the 1 towering. I can see what they've tried to do, but for me, they simply haven't achieved it. Sadly, they haven't achieved it. Now that leaves the last one, which is Gimli. Now, I haven't pre-ordered Gimli. A lot of people were quite surprised when I told them that I haven't pre-ordered it. It's just because, I knew a Witch King was coming up, and it is. I hope I hope that we're going to get a Mouth of Sauron, and I hope we're going to get a Shelob diorama. So I'm always thinking they will take priority in being displayed. So it was that thinking that's made me not go for Gimli. Now, the Gimli piece, I think, I can't remember what the price of him is actually. The price has completely gone out of my head. But I can remember I did a video where I thought the price of him was, he was a little overpriced. But, you know, again, this is a piece that's, I think, looks superb. I think it looks bang on for Gimli. You know, I like, you know, again, we've got an Uruk-hai on the base. It will suit up fantastically with the Legolas piece. Cracking little extra again. I like the little Uruk-hai Berserker helmet. I think that's because you could just, you don't need to put that on the base. Again, that's something you can go and display on its own somewhere, should you choose to. You could put it on another piece, on another base. If you've got the Berserker Orc and you put the unhelmeted version on him, you can put that on the base if you so choose to. So yeah, so I'd say I've not pre-ordered Gimli. I just can't, I can appreciate that this is an absolutely superb piece, and I know a lot of people love this Gimli piece, but I'm just not excited about it. Simple as that, guys. I can't tell you why. The only other pieces that we know are coming out, obviously we've only seen a render so far of the Boromir piece, which looks incredible. Can't wait to see that. A lot of us were very surprised it wasn't on the showcase floor. Hopefully it'll be on the next showcase. Going from this one render image, I'll certainly be pre-ordering it because it just looks too good not to. And then of course, again, we have no details, no pre-order date yet, but we've all seen it, and I've spoken about it in previous videos, The Witch King of Angmar, which is a don't even need to think about it, 100% pre-order for me. I'm actually going to get a little plinth actually made, custom made for him with an actual LED built in, and he'll be going pride of place in here. And I think, I know, I feel without question that this will be one of, if not the best renditions of the Witch King that you can get in quarter scale. It's absolutely superb. I just love everything I've seen on this piece. I love that they've got the Fell Beast wrapped around him. It's the iconic pose to put him in. I love that they've got the Pelennor Fields on the base with detritus from the War of the Pelennor Fields. You've got banner of the Rohirrim there. You've got one of Legolas's arrows, and even then, circumferring the base, you've got Minas Morgul. So you know, it's all round thumbs up on this piece. You know, absolutely superb. So super excited to get a pre-order on this. I imagine the pre-order will come up relatively soon. I would have thought. That's it really on the upcoming Lord of the Ring pieces by Prime One Studios. I'd love to hear from you all. Let me know which ones are you going for, which ones are you pre-ordering, which ones are you most excited about, which ones just don't do it for you, you've got no interest in. Don't any of you dare say the Witch King. Because I won't believe that. Yeah, love to hear from you all. Let me all know. Who are you hoping to see next? That's a good one. Who do you think will be revealed next? Who's going to be the next piece that Prime One reveal? Who do you most want to see revealed next? For me, it's a Mouth of Sauron on horseback. That for me is, I've got to get that piece. Can't wait to see that piece. That's the one I'm waiting for the most. I'll tell you that now. I'm going to wrap this one up, everyone. I'll be doing the draw on Saturday, so if you haven't entered yet for the 100 videos, you've still got time. Today's Wednesday, so you've got all the rest of the day, all day Thursday, until midnight Friday, midnight UK time to enter for the mini epic prize. Talking of prizes, we are, I think, 33 subscribers off 500 subscribers, and I'll be doing the big 500 subscriber giveaway. I've got quite a few pieces here. I think there's at least 5 pieces here, and some of these are pretty damn good. So that'll be coming up obviously when we get to 500 subscribers. Aragorn has shipped. Mine shipped yesterday. Yesterday morning I had the email, and today I've been given an email of an estimated arrival date, which is next Tuesday. So all being well, he will be here early next week, and I will get the unboxing video banged out that day, even though I have to stay up till bloody midnight to do it. I promise you I will get the unboxing banged out that day, because I know there's a lot of people waiting for the unboxing on that one, so I promise you I will get that out as soon as that statue gets here. Apart from that, so there's not much else for me to say really, other than I hope you're all having a great week. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Get us up to the 500 mark and the big giveaway would be superb. And as I said earlier, anything you want to ask or talk about regarding this or anything else, shove it in the comments. I'll get back to you all. Next video obviously will be Saturday when I do the draw. So until then, have a great week, and I'll speak to you all on Saturday. And as ever, guys, really appreciate you taking the time to watch. And yeah, I'll speak to you all on the next video, which will be Saturday. Take care of yourselves.